Cove, I'm Colleen and welcome to my channel. I've never met a sparkle that I didn't like and a bully that I did, because being mean is not cool. Also, people are not mean, so be kind all the time. So welcome to another episode of Colleen's Creeptober. For this edition, I thought I would do a look with the new Nomad Cosmetics palette, the Hudson Valley palette, because I just got it. I know everyone's kind of done videos with it, but I just got it. I actually live in the Hudson Valley, so I was super excited to get this palette because it's not like often you like get a palette that's themed around the area that you live in. The Hudson Valley is a very big area, so I happen to live in the vicinity of the Hudson Valley. And I figured while I created a look using that palette, I would tell you some local Hudson Valley ghost stories as well, because it is Colleen's Creeptober and you do know how I feel about the paranormal. I mean, I could just tell you like my own ghost stories because I live in the Hudson Valley and most of my paranormal experiences have happened in my own home, and I've lived in the Hudson Valley my whole life, minus the time I was away at school. So yeah, but I figured I would tell you some other stories just because I found them really interesting. I'll quickly show you the palette. It's so pretty. Look at the packaging on it. It's just so nice. And then I'll just insert a picture. Look at the hand embossings on these shadows. They're just so pretty. I know people have seen them before, but they're just so nice. And it looks like this. I used it already, obviously. I really love too, because when you get a palette from Nomad, they always send you like a little postcard, and this one was addressed to me and it says, "Thanks again, Colleen. Hope you would love the palette inspired by your hometown." And I just love that because they obviously knew when they mailed it to me the area where I was from, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, and I was excited to use this palette. So obviously I already created my look. I actually did this earlier. I'm actually just got home from work right now. So this is the look many hours after I did it to create this look, because I'm not going to show you as I do it. I used the colors Apple Cider Donut, which is this one here, Farmer's Market, Corn Maze, Bed and Breakfast, and Mountain Hike. I did dip into two other palettes for my brow bone and my inner corner. I dipped into my Notoriously Morbid Loki palette for my inner corner and my City Color Rose palette for my brow bone, just because I didn't really find colors that would work for those two in that palette, but that's totally okay because it is fun to use multiple palettes for things. So I'm going to stop rambling and let's get into see how I created this lovely look and hear some really interesting ghost stories. Bardavon Opera House, Dutchess County. A benevolent stage manager reportedly haunts this opera house built in 1869. This is the oldest operating theater in New York. It has been reported that a ghost named Roger could be heard at times hammering on stage, and that seats placed upright before closing were often found back down again for no reason. As a courtesy, Bardavon's staff would sing to Roger when locking up at night and greet him and say goodbye in their comings and goings. It has also been reported that lights go on and off without anyone touching the switches, and faucets turn on by themselves. This is often attributed to Roger. However, another ghost may be responsible. There are reports of an 8-year-old girl whom a technical lighting director has spotted in a pink frilly dress. She is believed to be the ghost of a young actress who performed at the theater. She unfortunately contracted diphtheria in 1895 and was brought to quarantine in a pest house where she died, but she chooses to return to the theater in her afterlife. Grinnell Library, Dutchess County. Grinnell Library, which was built in 1867, supposedly has two ghosts that hang out in its stacks after hours. The first is a former librarian named Mrs. Drace. People say they don't think they've ever actually seen her. It's more like a feeling, like somebody's there, like a guardian. People have also heard her shushing patrons and pages turning in books, but yet nobody is actually there. The second ghost is of a playful paperboy who hails from the period when the library was the Wappinger Chronicle newspaper. There have been sightings of him in the window, and he looks like a classic paperboy. Ghost hunters once communicated with him, and he revealed he knew the current librarian's name. The current librarian also believes she encountered his ghost as she heard the distant sound of one of the doors opening, followed by footsteps across the library to an opposite door that opened and shut while both doors were locked. Lindenwold, Martin Van Buren Historic Site, Columbia County. The attic at Lindenwald is supposedly one of the rooms that may be haunted at President Martin Van Buren's house. It has also been rumored that Aaron Burr's spirit lingers here as well. Legend also has it that the spirit of Martin Van Buren himself, as well as his favorite son John, have been seen in the dining room. James Vanderpool House, Columbia County. Built in either 1819 or 1820 for lawyer and civic leader James Vanderpool, the Columbia County Historical Society now uses the house for exhibitions. Over the years, there have been reported evening sightings of a gentleman in uniform standing in the Palladian window on the second floor. So I hope you guys enjoyed those ghost stories as I created this look. I hope you guys like this look. I love how it came out. Again, I've had this on for a few hours. I've gone to work. My sinuses are bothering me, and I think it's held up really, really well. Again, this is only the first time I've used this palette, but I am really impressed with the quality of it. I have had one or two other things from Nomad Cosmetics, but this is my first like big palette from them, and I've never had their mattes before. I've only had a couple of shimmers from them. And I think that their mattes performed beautifully. They blended out so nice. That corn maze though, that shimmer, that's such a great green. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited to use this palette again. The colors in there are stunning. It really does represent what it looks like in the fall in the Hudson Valley. I believe one of them is from the Hudson Valley, so obviously they know what they're talking about. But it is so beautiful on the Hudson in the fall. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, I was really excited. I can't wait to use it again, like I've said. So anyway, my celestial cupcakes, that is it for this video. So if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a like. If you really, really like this video, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to do neither one of those things, that is totally fine. I thank you so much for stopping by and spending this minute with me. I really, really appreciate it. I will still send you tons of happy thoughts and positive vibes your way just for stopping by, so thank you. As always, I will have everything that I'm wearing on my face as well as all my social media listed below in case you'd like to follow me there. I post pictures of looks that I don't film as well as pictures of my pets because I think they are adorable. And of course, we are all biased when it comes to our fur babies, but oh well. So anyway, from one makeup lover to another, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and always stay gay. Remember, be you, do you, love you. Bye!